Okay, there you go. I don't know what to do with this. It's driving me bonkers. Absolutely insane tonight. About ready to take the laptop and throw it out the front window. Sorry. So I deleted the first 2 attempts. So I'll start over. Just pretend that the other 2 just never existed. I tell you, some nights I just want to scream at the computer when it won't work. But anyway, I was talking about Breathe magazine, which I learned about with Barb Owen. And this copy is very interesting. It's the mindfulness special copy of Breathe. And it's a little on the pricey side. US cost is $14.99, but there is so much information and wonderful pictures and everything. I'm using YouTube to stream with the webcam, just like I always have. So it is really, I love the art in it. The art is awesome. That I was going to go turn that off so it'll quit auto-focusing, because I know that drives some of us nuts. Okay. All right. I don't know why it's acting weird, but we're gonna roll with it. So it is a really nice magazine. This one's all about being mindful and how to deal with personal situations and everything, which is perfect for this time in my life. So it's just a very interesting magazine, and I'm thankful that Barb Owen has shared it in some of her streams. And I love the fact that it's inspiring me with some new doodles. So I would look for that if I was y'all. Keep that where I can look at it. I don't want to talk about any of this until I go back to the ties that I got. I'm just going to make a quick note of what I've done. The 45 ties that I got, I put in one of these big mesh laundry bags that you can take traveling, but I have one that I got for free from Tide somehow. I don't know how. It's been years, but I put all 45 ties into this laundry bag, and then I put it in the washing machine on delicate and washed it, because there must have been 45 different kinds of aftershave on these ties. My nose go all crazy. So I washed them on delicate, and then I pulled out my drying rack and I just hung them on that. And then I took the time, I took the tags and the labels all off. They're in a separate bag. And then I just took the ties apart. So I've got all of the tie pieces here. I'm going to press these very carefully with a pressing cloth. And then I'm going to use my pinking shears because the silk will fray. And I'm just going to cut random strips. They don't have to be the same size or anything, because we're going to do some strip piecing where you just use whatever strip you grab, you sew it down. And I'll show you that in separate, shorter videos. I'm going to do some shorter videos because I think I need to have some shorter ones on my channel, because I've lost touch with a lot of people that used to be with me when I did just the short videos. So I do want to put some short videos up for the folks that I've lost touch with, because not everybody has hours to sit and watch. So watch for the shorter, like 10-15 minute videos on these stripped piece blocks for anybody that's interested in any kind of quilting type stuff. But my plan is to do thing on muslin bases so that the silk will have some stability to it, because we're going to sew it to the muslin squares. So that's what we're going to do with these. I'll get more info later. Oh, and I did save. I'm trying to use every bit of those so none of it goes to the landfill. And all of this was the stuff they put inside ties. And what I was thinking I would do is just take the time while I'm watching a movie someday and just chop these up into like little pieces. And I can use these for stuffing of stuffed animals, which I thought that would be a good way to use that material and it wouldn't end up in the landfill. I've started watching. I'm just jumping from one thing to the next because I want to get to the game because I know Mary wants to do a Dirty Dozen really bad. And I want to make some more postcards because I mailed all the postcards I had out. I am watching a lot of sewing channels these days because I really, really want to get back into sewing. So one of the girls that I was watching was sharing this book. So I immediately ordered it. It's all on pattern adjustments, how to make and modify clothes to wear every day. And it includes 4 full-size patterns in the back. There's 4 patterns in here. And it gives you the most wonderful, this is even better. I think the information in here is so much easier even than my Sewing with Nancy book. I love Sewing with Nancy. But this book is very well written. And it gives you such wonderful pictures and everything. If anybody else in here is interested in, they tell you how to do shoulder adjustments. Like if you have shoulders that kind of angle down and the shirts always fall off your shoulders, they tell you how to adjust so it'll fit. To me, this book is well worth the price that the lady is asking for it on Amazon. So I would highly recommend this book. She's just an amazing Sonia Phillip. I really enjoyed this book. It's called The Act of Sewing. And the fact that it comes with some patterns in the back is awesome to me. So you'll see some things. I'll do some, again, shorter videos that are sewing related because the lives, it's hard to do sewing for me on a live. It's something I kind of have to do when I not have to follow chat and stuff. Because if I try to sew and chat like this, it's never a good thing. It leads to the seam ripper being pulled out. So I thought I'd share that if anybody else is getting back into sewing. Greg put in a request. Hi, Mina. Hi, Ray. Hi, Cheryl. Teresa, Ruth Lamb, Will, Candy. See if I missed anybody else. Renee. Yeah, I was about to give up because I is going on with the whole thing, but I finally have a live chat that I can see. So whoop, whoop. Anyway, back to Gregory. He has put in a request for a bowling shirt, not just any bowling shirt, the 1950s style of bowling shirt. Well, Quick Sew on their website showed the perfect bowling shirt pattern. So I went to Hobby Lobby because they've got patterns this week, Simplicity and Quick Sew for 99 cents each. So I ran over there. Well, I drove, but you know what they mean, what I'm saying. And I looked, they didn't have a book. They, like you can flip through and look at patterns. They didn't have one for Quick Sew. And so what I had to do, I had to get down on the floor so I could look at every pattern in the 2 Quick Sew drawers that are at the bottom of the cabinet. Y'all, by the time I looked through every pattern in those drawers, I couldn't hardly get back up. It was crazy. But that pattern is no longer in the drawers. I've got the number, and Quick Sew are going to be on sale this weekend at Joann's for $1.99. And I'm kind of hoping they have not purged the pattern that I want. But just in case, I looked through Simplicity And because Simplicity and Quick Sew were 99 cents. And I found this one, which is really close to the 1950s style that Greg wants. But on the 1950s style, they have panels that run down each side. So what I'll have to do is divide the front piece of this shirt up so I can put, a section for a print and then do the rest of the shirt in solid. This one will work. It's going to take a little bit of pattern drawing for myself to divide that front up into basically 3 pieces, because you'll need one for the side front, one for the center front, and then you'll have one for your print. So I can do that one. And then I did find another. This one would also do here, but again, I will have to divide the front pieces into sections so that I can put that print in there for him. So that's as close as I could get unless I can find the Quick Sew pattern. I did pick up some Quick Sew patterns too that I thought were kind of quirky and fun. So I got that one and this one because I'm a quilter. I thought that could be fun. And then I got some things also thinking on Christmas because it's almost summer and before you know it, we'll be looking at Christmas. And I thought these would be cute. And I think that was it on that. So I thought those are a cute toy. And then I got this for Bernadette because that's got a hood on it even. And then I got some patterns for myself here. I got that shirt. I really like these shirts that have the longer front on them. I like long shirts to hide my tummy. But then I did pick up some athletic wear for these shorts because I like to wear that type of short under any dress I wear. And then I picked this pattern up because my sister adores these pants that go like this. So I might make her some of that. And then I thought this would be a good pattern to have on hand in case I get invited to a baby shower. I could make some cloth diapers. So that's all I have on the sewing front that I'm going to share on the sewing front. So for the sewing stuff, you guys won't hear about that every week in here on Wednesday night. But be watching for, shorter videos of me sharing sewing projects and that kind of stuff because that is planned. And the first thing we'll do together is the tie project. So before we start our Dirty Dozen, I have a couple other things. This is the, I had composition book. I know Dee Dee was mentioning that you can use these for Society for Idea Collectors, but she's kind of getting away from using them herself, which I can understand. A 3-ring binder, if you got a nice big one, you could really add a lot and just have individual sheets and add them in. I like that concept, but to just get in the game with the new go at it that she started, we've done week 1 and week 2. Week 1, she actually gave us homework on Monday, which was to make some lists. So I'll just kind of run through here. I've got myself an assignment section, and I've created a list section here, and I've created a quotes section. And the first list I made for the homework for Monday is quotes from my grandma that my grandmother used to say to me, when I was a child and up through my teen years. So I've got that ready, but now I've got to choose one of Grandma's quotes and come up with some kind of art. Dee Dee said I could even just share a picture of my grandma if I wanted to. I have the last picture I have of her that I had professionally done when she came to visit. I cannot find. I am hoping and praying that I didn't accidentally donate it to Goodwill because that would just break my heart. It's got to be here somewhere. So yeah, I'm working on my lists, and I wrote the homework assignment there, and this is the notes I took from Monday. So Monday we did an overall view of what a Society of Idea Collectors notebook should look like, and kind of she got us started on making lists, and she gave us people, places, things, occupations, transportation, and color names, not just colors, but color names. So I've started my lists, and she labeled, she pulled out a couple other things to make lists, but those aren't required. There's eras and time periods and food. Those are not required homework type things. And then this is just to get us thinking on how you use these books. So what I was thinking is I'll have this for my ideas. Yep, I've got my tabs. I've got assignments, lists, and quotes toward the back. But what I was thinking is the art that I will do that's based on what I pull out of here. I think I'm going to grab one of these. I'll grab one out right now and just add it to it. Okay, yeah, here you go. I've got an empty mix. I think it's empty. Well, it's got that in it, but that's okay. It's just about empty, put it that way. This is a page I did with Kyla Givehand when she visited Barb Owen for a drama-free Friday with Barb Owen, and that was in 2017. So I think I can safely use this and put my art for Society for Idea Collectors in this little mixed media thing, and I'll have those together as a pair. So that is my plans for that. And I'll put that over. So now let me read chat. Let me get rid of these fabric scissors from over here so that I'm not accidentally cutting into something. Yep, Mina, I got my tabs. Hi, Beth. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lou. And Ray D. And anybody else I missed? Mina. Teresa, are you still visiting family, or are you home now? Oh, wow. It's already midnight for you. Thank you for stopping in. All right. So there's Violet. Violet. I've lost my place on the fingerless glove that I was doing. I got to count rows. So does anybody want to do a dirty dozen with me? What do you mean? What is my subject for the Idea Society? I'm following Dee Dee's prompts. Dee Dee is doing a Society for Idea Collectors. You get homework, and then she gives you homework on what to do in your Society for Idea Collectors books. And she said if you share anything, you can't just use hashtag SOIC anymore, because they found out that belongs to a school. So you have to do hashtag Society of Idea Collectors. You have to write it all out together. Well, enjoy yourself, Teresa. I know that's fun, seeing family. And so I'm just following on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm trying to pop into Dee Dee's for when she's going to do Society of Idea Collectors. She covers a little bit each Monday and Wednesday. So I've started my lists. I pulled out my little people stamp and stamped him out. So this week's homework was make a list of people, places, things, occupations, transportation, and color names. Not just colors, but like go to like Sherwin-Williams or Lowe's or whatever and get paint stubs, paint things, and write the names of the colors down. And then today's homework for Monday was to make a list of quotes, 5 to 10 quotes, choose one of them and do a piece of art. It can be any kind of art, mixed media, watercolor, anything. And then share it on Instagram with hashtag Society of Idea Collectors. Whew. So, yep, I don't have a theme. It's just all the ideas get shoved into that book until I fill that book up, and then I grab another book. The whole thing for Dee Dee is to just keep your ideas and carry Post-its with you, she says, to create lists, to add or write things down to stick in your book when you get a chance. The last thing that we need to talk about before we do a dirty dozen to make some postcards. Hi, Deborah Brown. Is Friday, May 14th. We are having our hashtag time for art hop. It will begin at 5:45 a.m. Central Time with our Mary. And then from 6 to 6:30, all of these times are Central U.S. times. You'll go to Janet Nash. And then 6:35 to 7:05 is Shelley, Crafting Mamas. 7:10 to 7:40 is the Jersey Crafter. 7:45 to 9:45 is Kathy Berg. And then right after that, Kathy Berg goes with Colleen and they do their live. And then Barbara Owen. And then we'll start back up in the evening starting at 6 o'clock with Mary, again, Central Time. After Mary comes Beth at 6:15. 6:50 is Ann Lar. 7:25 is me. 8 o'clock is Paint Girly Lori. 8:35 is Aaron. And 9:10 will be Mary to whenever. So I have this schedule. Mary has this schedule. I don't know who all has the schedule put up in their community tabs, but I think most of us do. If Violet can remind me, is it in Phibbsville as well? We try to make sure these schedules are up so you guys can print them off or have them, on your desktop where you can just draw them to the front to say, okay, who's next? After the hop is done, I know Mary makes a list with the links directly to each person's hop video. After the hop is done, you have to give her a little time. She's not instantaneous. None of us are. We have to have time to process everything. When she sends that out to us, I will fix it on my hop video. So that is the time for art hop. Now, let's play. Because I need to play. I haven't been able to play much because I've been doing ties. Oh, I thought, I'll get these all tore apart in a day. And no, it's taken me days to take 45 ties apart. But I got them done. Because, in between, doing what I want to do, I have to cook and clean and, that kind of stuff. So I pulled out the kitty cat cards that I made a while ago. That's another thing. If you want prompt cards, you can use them. You can use like a dirty dozen like this and just chop it up into equal sizes. And there you have some cards. And then just go through your own art supplies on the back of the other side that's not all painted up. You just write what you got. If you've got just pen and pencil, just put pen, pencil, and then you could add things like glue, newspaper, or, just think about what you have for prompts, and you can make your own prompt decks. It's no big thing. All right, I'm going to write them on my paper over here so that I can put them under this video after this. All right, so tonight is May 12th. And I'm going to date this because this paper will probably stay down until it's, cringy. Hi, Janet. So I have a piece, I think this is 9x12 paper. And I know Mary, most of the time, she works on something even bigger. But I try to stick to something I can deal with right away. I try to. If I had bigger paper, maybe I would. So I'm going to pull the first prompt for anybody that's playing along. First one says, oh, Mary's favorite, gold. So I'm just going to cover my whole paper with gold. Let's see if I can leave this here. Move this over a little bit. This could be pretty interesting because the gold will be toward the back. Little Cole is having a very hard time after his shots. Looks like it's time to buy some more gold. That's my favorite gold. 24 karat by Deco Art, Extreme Sheen. Another thing I forgot to mention, but I can do while I'm doing this. On Thursdays at 10 a.m., we meet in Phibbsville's Craft and Chat Room. So that's in Phibbsville. And then on Friday, for everybody that's in my little group, we meet at 10 a.m. on Friday. So if you want to on Friday, you can come into my room and get in there. Or if you want to be part of the bigger group and come in on Thursday in Phibbsville, we got a room available on Thursday and Friday in 2 different groups. The chat room is not recorded. Anybody can pop in, pop out anytime they want in the room. It is a private room within the groups. Not just anybody can come in. You have to be a member of the groups to get in. What else? Yeah, I don't record it. Nobody records them. It's just for us to have private playtime. This week, Violet and I, the 2 of us, we are going to get our Ann to become a hooker with us. So if you want to learn to crochet, bring some 4-ply yarn, which is like Red Heart, something that weight, and then like a G or an H hook. And we're gonna do basic crochet and see if we can get everybody to learn some different stitches and that kind of stuff. I think it would be fun to do. And we just have a lot of fun, and yet you don't have to be shy or anything. We get to chat and all. Mary, prompt 1 is gold. There's no pressure in the group. It's just like a bunch of girls hanging out, and we drink coffee, we talk about food, we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff, and then random stuff will pop up, and we just talk about it and have fun. All right, I'm going to pull prompt 2. Use your least favorite color is prompt 2. Use your least favorite color. And for me, that's bright orange. bright orange. All right, let me check and see what Bernadette's doing. Bernie, you need to go out. You need to go out. I'll be right back, guys. Bernie's got to go out. Come here. Come here. Come on. You know you have to have your necklace on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Bernie, let's go outside. I'll come get you. No. And what do I want to do with this orange? I think I'll do lines. I don't want to get my schedule dirty. Thursday, 10 a.m. in Phibbsville is crochet lesson. And then if we need to, we'll keep on crocheting on Friday. Basically, either day, Mina. If you show up, we'll get you started. I'm going to do, ooh, that's some chunky. That's got some chunks to it. I might have to try to get that glob up off there. I watched Jane Eyre before I came on. Uh-oh. I didn't pick up any paint. Because these are going to get chopped up. I want to make sure this shows up a little bit. Let's see. That's good. I'm going to spread this orange out. That's the good part about having a big area with drop cloth on it, drop paper on it. You can pick it up. Let's see. How can I get that off from there? All right. I'm going to dry this a little bit. So heat gun alert. I think I got to plug the heat gun back in. Yeah. I'm going to get another piece of paper and just lay it on here and pick some of this up. Anything that's still real wet and juicy. And then I'll pull the next prompt. pull out a previous painty paper and use it. Some residue. So let's see here. Let's just do like this. Maybe like this. Here we go. Made that look cooler. How about that? How about them apples? All right, prompt 3 says, gesso out an area. Or do anything you want with gesso. So, gesso out an area. So, let's see here. Let me get some gesso. See here. Spread some gesso here and there on mine. Doesn't say it has to completely obliterate it. Just going to spread it out so it'll dry quick is what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to say that's good enough. Ooh, I got a little orange in my gesso. That'll add interest to the next project, right? Get a wet one. I'm feeling the need to stand tonight, so I'm just standing as I art. Oh, Janet, that sounds yummy. Walnut cake and ice and coffee. I'll take it with ice cream. Apparently, in my brain, it said ice cream. Oh, and we share recipes and, you know, different things in our chats on Thursdays and Fridays. It's just a lot of fun. All right, number 4. Is everybody ready? It is cold here. I had to turn the heat back on. Use black. Use black. All right. Let's see. How do I want to use black? I got to get to my big bottle of black, and it's on the back side here. All right, I'm just going to grab a random stencil. And just pull it out and use it. And it's arrows. This sponge is kind of gnarly. I think I'm going to go ahead and just throw it in the trash after I do this. It's got pits in it and stuff. So just a little bit of black, Becky. You don't need a lot. So all right, there's my black. I'm gonna throw this in the sink. Why those things aren't working. Hello, Howard. I'm going to go on to Amazon and write a negative review on those perpetual water dishes because they quit working within 2 months. Sorry. Oh, let's see. Oh, it does look like leopard, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to pull the next one. Yeah, it's been raining here all day and cold. The temp dropped back down into the 50s. Use a Sharpie. Use a Sharpie. I need to dry this before I stick a Sharpie on here. See here, a Sharpie. Here we go. I'm going to, where I made little squares, I'm going to make a little square inside there. Now, it's hard to see the squares because I put the Gesso over and obliterated them. here. Doesn't say you have to do a lot with the Sharpies. Doesn't even say they have to be perfect squares or anything. All right. Good enough. Maybe put some so it's looking here. Good enough. I used a Sharpie. Maybe. I keep thinking it's got to be represented on each one, but who's making that rule? Becky is in her brain. All right, I've used a Sharpie. So I'm going to do number 6. Number 6 says add circles. Add circles. I'm going to use some more extreme sheen, and I'm going to use aquamarine, and I'm going to use this little curler. I will say that I was naughty, and I went through the kitty cat cards, and I pulled out anything that I did not want to do in a background for a reason, and you'll see at the end. I'm going to tell you at the end. There's a twist at the end. Have to throw in a twist every once in a while. Make it a secret so you don't know that it's coming. Let's see here. All right, good enough. Then I'm going to spread this paint out so it'll dry. And that's how I get pretty drop cloths, because I spread the paint out. Let's dry this a little bit. Thank you, Janet, for putting all the prompts in there. Oh, I didn't write add circles on here. Do that for myself so that I don't forget to put it in the description box later. Now that I know I can edit as soon as it's done, it'll take me to the edit screen. I'll go ahead and pop these right in. All right, I'm using a piece of mixed media paper. All right, we're going to call that good enough. Can't wait to see the button in person. You can see sunflowers going on it. All right, well, let's see what's next. 7, use sprays. If anybody at any time wants me to pull an alternate, just say it. Use sprays. And sprays is something I need to get used up. I have a bunch. I just need to use them. I don't know if this will even spray. I would say no. So we can still use it without it spraying. Maybe you do some splattering. That'll work. I'm still using it. I'm just not using it as a spray. What I need to do is take all of the sprayers to the kitchen and rinse them under hot water and see if I can get them to work again. This is a Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist that I got at Tuesday morning, and the Tuesday morning down here closed. So there's that. I don't know if this one will do. I know. Once these are used up, Kathy, I'm not buying any more sprays because they just glob up. Good enough. All right, let me see if I can dry it some, and then I will. Not too hot, it could damage the tubing. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, it didn't work for you either. Well, they're not working now, so if I damage them, I'll just use the sprays as splatter stuff. Just use a fan brush and scoop the stuff out or dump it in. One time I watched Peg Robinson do this thing where she went out in her yard and she got a bunch of leaves and stuff, and she just put the leaves down and then sprayed them with her sprays and put another piece of paper on top of it and then added more sprays, and she just wrapped them all together with, I think, rubber bands and left them to dry. And then she pulled them apart and took the leaves out and stuff. And she had some really interesting papers doing that. That might be what I do with these sprays. A pin into the hole, real gentle like. Okay. I just want to get them used up so they're not in my cart anymore. They take up a lot of room. Yeah, the bottles are pretty. Let's dry this down some. All right, and then I'll get my piece of previous painty paper and I'll pick up whatever didn't get dry or whatever. Add a few little blobs to this thing. All right. Good enough. That's about as good as that's going to get. All right. Number 8. Mary's going, slow down, slow down. Draw uneven lines, thick ones and thin ones, long and short ones. Okay. So oh, coming, baby. Stop being a nuisance. Howard wanted out on the catio desperately. No. No, Tip. No. Go. I have wet paint up here and stuff. So I drew my lines. Hi, Brittany. All right. Oh, I didn't write that down. Draw uneven lines, thick and thin, long and short. Tip, stop. Tippy, honey. All right, y'all enjoy your dinner, Kathy. Be a good boy. All right, number 9. All right, I'm going to save this one to the end, but it's add a border. And the reason I'm saving it is I want a border on each of my postcards. So add a border. And I'm going to put a note that I saved till end. So I'm going to give you 10. Prompt 10 is use markers. So use your markers. I think I'm going to color my circles in with my markers. Why are you being such a nuisance? Huh? All right. You got to quit being a nuisance. Lay down there and behave for a while. What if I color the circles in with orange? Of course, it's picking up some of the blue. and turning brown, but oh well. Maybe I'll only use one marker because I don't want to use too many crazy colors on here. I'll look at chat here in just a sec, guys. So if you've got questions, put them in capitals or anything, or if you just want me to see something, it's easier to see in capitals. And if you don't want to type in capitals, if you do at Aunt Beck's Creations before you type your message, it makes my name highlighted in the chat for me, so it's easy to see. And like I was saying earlier, if you want to learn about the Society for Idea Collectors, you need to visit Dee Dee Willingham's channel on Mondays and Wednesdays, because she's going over what it means and she's given homework to get you used to doing it. And it's something it'll really help you expand your idea base for when you're stuck. All right, I've used my markers. I want to clean this off a little bit. Make sure I'm not putting it away with any residue from something else. Shelly! All right, so there I've used my markers. We've got 2 more prompts. So I'm going to do 11 and 12 here. So 11 says, stencil with white. Stencil with white. All right. Let's see here. Honey, why are you being such a nuisance? Huh? Why are you being such a nuisance? Tip, behave. I'm being too picky. I love you, but you're being a nuisance. Stop. I love you. Yes, baby, I love you. I know you want to be cuddled. Not right now. I'm busy. Ah, yes. I love this one here, Tim Holtz. Go on. Go on. Go find something to do for a while. It's not a child for anybody that's new. It's a cat. Well, this is light buttermilk. So it's close to white. This is another sponge that's falling apart, so I'm just going to let it go to the trash. I'm going to call that good enough. I'll just clean this up by here. All right. Stencil with my white, kind of white. So prompt 12 is stencil. So I got to do another stencil. Does anybody want an alternate? Or is another? I'm going to stencil with yellow this time. Tippy, stop. He's got a mountain of food out there, and he just keeps begging. Hopefully that's enough to do these on here. Looks like it needs something right there. All right. I think I have my stencil upside down. That's all right. All right. I'm going to dry this, and then I'll cut them apart. And postcards are 3.5 by 5.5, is it? I need to measure one. Okay, let's dry this, cut them. I like how the gold kind of peeks through. All right. So 3.5 by 5.5. 3.5 by 5.5, and I think this is 6 by, or is it 9? Let's see, it's 9. So, hi Vanessa. Hi Ellen. You could, if you laminated them. Or if you want to do it on fabric, you have to get the fabric paint or get that medium to turn any of your fabric paints into material fabric. Any of your acrylic paints can be turned into fabric paint with the medium. There's a medium you can mix with it and it'll turn it into fabric paint. So I'm going to cut my 3.5 this way. Is that right? 3.5 by 5.5? I hope so, because I'm already cutting. I think that's the smallest you can go. And see, I have this strip I can use to make a card. And I'll do 5.5 this way. So there's one postcard there. Remember, we have to add a border, you guys. So however you're going to add your border, you can add a border. Now, I'm going to do some doodling with you guys. I'm going to use, I got black and white Poscas here, and I'm going to do some doodling, and I want to add a border. I usually do my borders with a Sharpie marker. So I'm going to use Sharpie on the around the edge as my border, and then I'll doodle on the inside. And after I've got the backgrounds done, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Of course, if Mary's made 57 postcards again, I might ought to tell you what's next. After you finish your border and do any doodling you want, I want you to add a black silhouette to your background. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because of the picture I shared on Facebook of those pictures that were for sale where they took a background and then they had painted on the glass a silhouette and put the background behind the silhouette because it just looked so cool. So I thought, we could do that and then put a black die cut or something on top. So that's what I'm going to do. So then we need to decide, what do you guys think would be a good large-sized item to put on top of these cards? If y'all want to list some ideas, I'll see what I've got. Ann says she's ready to hook. We're going to have fun tomorrow, I think. A bee. Not sure I have a bee, but that would be cool. I'm pretty sure I have all sorts of butterflies, though. A cat. Ooh, I can do cats. I have cat dies. All right. Let's see. I like to cover the edge too. Just run the marker down the edge. And then I'll just have to choose some random folks to surprise with a postcard. Made a little squiggle on the back. That just proves they're handmade, right? I think it's so funny that to mail a postcard to Canada or anywhere that's outside the U.S. boundaries, I can send a postcard or I can send a letter. They both have to go for $1.20. So it doesn't matter which one I send. All right, I'm going to do some doodling, and then I'll pull out the die cutting machine and we'll cut some dies out. And then I was thinking we might make some cards with the leftovers. This is kind of sticky. Might have to clear coat them. Janet says, oh, okay, a butterfly. A flower. I've got cat silhouettes. All right. I like this Posca because it's got the little teeny tip to it. Whoops. It's not even 7:30 there yet, huh? It's hard to see these. I guess I could get the stencil back out and line it up and just go around the inside, but then it's not really doodling, is it? I know there's some up here because I can see them, sort of. They look like windows. Cool. Yeah, they're pretty sticky. So I will have to put some clear coat on them, I think, so that they'll travel better. Birds are saying good night. I can hear them out there. Chirp, chirp, chirp. There's a Canadian goose went over earlier today, and it acted like it was confused, like it didn't know which way to go because we've had weird weather all day long. It was honking and flying in circles. Very strange. All right. Maybe let's put some interest in here, add a few swirls here and there. Sometimes just a few little teeny dots will add a lot to something and you don't even think it would, but it changes it enough to make it the interest level go up. Let's see here. I don't know if it's the metallic paint that's making it sticky or that spray. I think it's spray, to be honest. But I know how to take care of that. I'll just put some clear coat on it after I add my silhouette. Let them dry while we're working on the card. Put some dots on these. Pull the die cutter out. We'll go look through my dies and see what y'all think. I've got several really pretty butterflies that we could cut out of black and add. Or maybe we'll just cut up several different things and then put something different on each one. That could be fun too. I haven't used the die machine in ages, so I thought, you know, that would kill two birds with one stone. All right, I'm going to leave these out because I might want to use them to do the cards. So put these along here. I'll get my die machine. What I ought to do is have a die cutting session and cut up some dies to put in. I've been toying with the idea of putting together some little journaling kits that I could offer up. Nothing too crazy. Just some quick kits. I don't know if anybody'd be interested in purchasing something like that or not, but I've got so much stuff. Ooh, that's crazy. Let's see, is it going to work today? It is. All right, let's see. Did I bring it over? I did not. All right. I have this pretty die right here. It cuts out a butterfly, and I've got fairies. Got, if anybody thinks a fairy would be, I've got two different fairies, and they each have a wand, so I could cut a little wand out. They're pretty. These are just ideas. Let's see. I got mushrooms. I could put some mushrooms on there. See the little mushrooms? This is a whole set of tabs. I forgot I had those. I've got these guys. They could be cute, except their paws would be hanging over the edge. Or I've got this one. That could be cute on there. So you get both the kitty and the butterflies. I could do trees. Let's see. I got birds. Maybe just cut some random stuff out and we'll go from there. I've got a feather. Forgot I had that. Feather. Got a poodle. Let's just cut some things out. How about that? And a bee. All right, let's get some black paper. Mushrooms, cats, trees, birds, do them all. You know who could answer that for you, Brittany, is Tanya. Sewn through everything. Her and Lisa have done all kinds of stuff like that. All right. Let's put the kitty cat down. And this butterfly maybe. They say no more than 3 dies or you could damage your machine. And these guys. So I'll put them on there. And what did I do with the other plate? So I don't shift them. Alright. Did it not cut through? It did. Alright, there's the kitty. Come on, kitty cat. Come on. Of course, the butterfly is going to stick. Let's see if we can poke some of these out here. Come on, kitty cat. Come on. I don't think I've used this one enough to get it to do very good. Here we go. All right. Did it pull everything out? Not quite. Some of these that are real pretty, they take so much time to push all the little bits out. All right, I got that one out. Give me a second. I have to get it closer to my face so I can see it. And that just looks like it embossed that one. It didn't really cut through. That's okay. So there's the kitty with the butterfly. See if I can pop their eyeballs out here. That sounds bad, but their eyes do come out. Poke. Poke. All right. Come on. All right, here's the kitty cats in a row. Let me pop some of these out. I'm going to have to vacuum after this because I've got all this stuff on the floor. I wish I had one of those little things for those little spiky brushes that you can run over your die cuts and it pushes all the little bits free. Y'all seen those? You have. Come on. There we go. Come on. Let go. push all these little pieces out. Get over here where you can see. That little brush thing, it just looks like you scrub it over it and it just loosens everything up. I might order one. Oh, don't tear the butterfly. This is one of those, you cut a bunch of them and then you sit and watch a movie and poke all the little jibber jobbers out. Because it's a beautiful butterfly once you get everything out of the middle of it. And if I had the right refill in my Xyron machine, I could run this through and put it down, and then where the adhesive is exposed in the openings, you can sprinkle glitter on it, and it makes it look really cool. I'm getting there. Bear with me. Should have put this one back through again. Too late now. You'd never match up all these holes. Come on, one last piece. There we go. Come on. Is that all of them? Not quite. It's like, please hold. All right, that's pretty good. There's the butterfly. See, isn't he pretty? All right. Let's do. Tippy, please stop being obnoxious. Let's do the trees. Tip, stop. Oh. All right, this has got to come out of the plastic because that's just going to drive me crazy. Okay. I like these that are nice and open. The the butterfly is real pretty and all, but the ones that are open like this, so much easier to get out. Let's put these through. See, there's stick them on there. It's going to stick to the mat. Becky. Oh, really? Cool. That I have. Somewhere. Greg's got one. I could snitch it from Greg. A lint roller. Huh. I didn't know that. That's a good tip, y'all see that? Darla said use a lint roller to get all those little bits out. Oh, see that bird stuck to the... See, that came right out. Isn't that awesome? Let's move the butterfly and everybody over. Let's move the butterfly and everybody over so you can see this little bird here. See if I put that on the edge. There. Then I can put his buddies. Maybe put him up higher. Oh, his feet are sticking. There's one little bird there. Put this guy up higher. And then put this guy soaring. And see if I get some quotes and put some quotes on here. All right, so let's put the birds on I need some more magnetic plates to put those on. All right. Come on. I don't think it cut all the way through. Some of these I haven't used very much. Oh, you know what, you guys? It doesn't cut them all the way out. It cuts a silhouette. Oh, if I can just get this loose. There we go. So now if I cut like that, see, I got to get all these little bits out of there. I don't think they've cut all the way through. Well, this will give you the idea. It's going to take some fiddly bit, but see, I could put that to go all the way across the bottom. Oh, it might work. Okay. Well, the thing that Tim Holtz has is it's got like these little like brush tines, and you just rub it back and forth, and it's supposed to push all that stuff out of the dies. All right. Let's see here. I've got some of these that are easier to get out. I got doilies. Oh, look at these birdies. These would be cute. There's 4 of those. I have 4 postcards. I might use those. All right. I don't know what's going to end up on the postcards right now, but I'm going to put these dies back in here, mumble jumble, and I'll have to go through and put them up right at a later time. Let's see. Will he fit there? Yep. I'll put this little guy over here. Little guy and little guy. it still doesn't work good. Well, that's good to know, Nettie. Save my money. Just sit and pick them out. Or put it through a half dozen times. Hope it doesn't shift. But these should come out easy because they're big and blocky. Let's see that. All right. Let's get those birds out of there. Poke through the holes and get him to come out. Come on. Poke his tail out, and then I can get a hold of him. There's one. One little bird. Put that back in there. And there's a little birdie. There's a little birdie. I think I'm going to use these and put one of these birds on each one. So we went from the idea of butterflies to birds. I think I'm going to use these birds and look up bird quotes and add a bird quote to each one. So let's put this back in here. And then unplug it. I put this away real quick. Move, Tippy. Move. Honey, I'm not going to give you another can. I'm not. You've got a pile of food. Dad's already said he had a nightmare that there was a pile of food and I added another pile. You've got enough to eat. You just got to go eat it. But yeah, I think I need to do a die cutting session and just cut out a bunch of stuff. Because see, I have this die that I can make these little file envelopes and I could put dies in there. All right, did I get all of the dies off the table? Yeah, I think so. Let's put these back over there. I don't want to spend all night die cutting. This will give us enough of a selection to put stuff on there. I forgot I've got a die that cuts tabs as well. Push this back so I'm not walking around this here. Excuse me. All right. All this confetti bits around. All right. I really like these birds too. Let's take the kitty off from here and these kitties off from here. Butterfly and those trees I'm going to have to sit and pick. All right, so got that. Let's see, I could put one of these little birds on like so. And then put a quote on here. All right, I'm seeing my reflection and it's freaking me out. So I'm going to close the curtain. Let's put two birds on this. And I'll put three birds there. And I'll put the kitty with the butterfly on this one. Here. And then I'll think of a quote to add. But I just like the idea of making backgrounds and then putting silhouettes on top. I just think it looks really pretty. Cheaper to try the lint roller. Okay. All right, I'm going to throw this stuff back over here on the paint cart and get it out of our way so it'll quit casting shadows on everything we do. So if you made some postcards, I'd love to see them. So you post them either in my group or in Mary's. Or both. Let's see. I'm going to check on Howie real quick because it is cold and he's out on the porch. I'm not going to feed you. We'll get the doggy next in a little bit. I'm going to just use some glue all. And I'm going to sit down now for a little bit. We might use one of those other dies on the card. Thank you. The little ones would probably fit through the little Xyron machine. But I'm okay with putting some glue on and spreading it with my finger. Probably should have got some wet one though. Hopefully they won't get ripped off in the mail. I got a paper towel here. Whoops. I could almost count these as part of my homework for Dee Dee. I could put one of my grandmother's quotes on here. I'll let all this dry really good. Before I do the clear coat. You know, all the glue and the stuff. Oh, I got a glob of glue on him. He'll shine back up with the clear coat. There's one. Or let's do. There's one. Thank you, Deborah. Stretch your wings and soar. That would definitely fit this one here. Oh, I'm making a mess. Let's see here. If something's still sticking up after it dries, I'll put some more glue on. I'm just making a mess right now. Go for one, get 7. Sit down on there. I've also got this little glue pen. Maybe that is glued down. Maybe it's time for me to get my eyes examined again. Put a little glue down with the glue pen and see if that'll get that to stick down. I didn't need to make him all dirty with glue on his tummy. Oh, it came out from the holes in the bird. Didn't realize there was that many holes in his belly. Throw some thumbs up. Aw, thanks, guys. Scott and I were going to go on a road trip this weekend, but now we're having second thoughts about it since the gas line was hijacked. And it's hard for us to get gas here. I don't know if anybody else in the South is having trouble, but I had to wait in line to get gas yesterday at the Walmart marketplace. And their premium gas, both of them were gone. All you could get was regular unleaded. So we were thinking we don't really want to go on a road trip and, go somewhere and then need gas and not be able to get it, because then we'd be stranded. So we're talking now that I guess this year's anniversary will be spent in town, just doing what we can around here. But it happens. Yep, it's awful, isn't it, Beth? I was afraid I was going to pull up to the pump and they were going to say something like 5-gallon minimum or something. Cat's got some glue down too. Oh, well. I think I will try to put these through this small little machine. Let me see if it'll fit. I don't know if they will or not, or if I'll bend their legs. Let me see. I love this little sticker maker. It's one of my favorite tools. That's what we could do a list of, Mary. Favorite tools. Favorite crafting tools. Oops. Yep, my hands are saying they're done with the fiddly bits. It's time to do something more broad spectrum. Get down in there. Making me waste all my adhesive. Will you fit? It's going to be a tight fit. See if it'll work. Let's see. Oh, come on. A list of favorite tools and links to them. Woo! That would take some doing. Well, this little Xyron sticker maker is awesome. Now, the bigger machine I got, I found thrifting for $4.50. And I would definitely get one of those too. I like the fact that you can buy different refills for that one. The one I have in there right now, though, is it's a sticker maker and a laminator all in one in that refill, which makes it nice on the found relative stickers that I had that I did myself that were my pictures. The only thing with that is whatever you make into a sticker, you have to cut it out for a second time because it laminates over the whole surface. But I did that, and I did these up for Barb Owen. I hadn't mailed them yet to her, but it laminates them. So if she sticks them down, it has the plastic over the top. So it's laminated. See how I went ahead and cut these out. She can cut them closer if she wants to, but I cut them pretty. But I made those up for Barb with the ones we did together. I think it was last week before. Yeah, the gas stations are running out of gas. So oh, I didn't realize that this guy's on a little twig too, so we could put him at an kind of an angle here, like that. And this just makes them into stickers, and you can just peel them off from here and stick them down. Thanks, Natty. Uh-oh. Scott's supposed to get off early tonight because he went in early. Uh-oh. That's weird. All right, I'm going to have to put, oh dear, it's ripping it. I've never had that happen before. Some of it I'm going to have to put glue on because I must be at the end of my roll. That's okay. I've got my, oh, don't stick down. I've got my little glue pen. Is it not putting out glue? Come on. There it goes. Yeah, everybody was making a run for gas yesterday. And I was telling Greg about it earlier. And he said he'd get some after work. I said, oh, I hope they have some. He didn't get up in time to go before his work. So hopefully somebody will have some gas when he gets off tonight. All right, let's put him right there. All right, let's see what we got here. I'll show that picture of, you might have to leave. Okay, Mary. It was my understanding that the supply chain was hacked is why we're having this problems. It didn't have anything to do with it's a local supply chain. It didn't have anything to do with well drilling or any of that. It has to do with the fact that somebody was being a jerk and did something, bad. Let's see. What was I going to show you guys? I was going to show you that pictures. Where do you find pictures? Photos. There they are. My son's messaging me. There you go. That was a picture that was for sale. There's 2 of them there. Might have to reduce the lighting a little. Reduce light. All right, there we go. But I almost bought them, but they were $10 each. So I just thought they were cool looking. And we came close with our postcards. So I'm going to make a card with what I have left there. Greg wants to know if I have a sausage stuffer attachment for the mixer. And the reply is yes. Okay. So I'm going to clear all of that off from there so this doesn't sit here trying to use up my battery doing too many things. All right. All right. So let's make a card now. Make a card. So I've made 4 postcards, which you can't see now because they've gone off the thing. So let's see. So tomorrow is Thursday. I can't look in the camera and work this. It's like, brain doesn't work that way. Tomorrow we'll be doing crochet in Phibbsville, and it should be a lot of fun. These look to be about 1-inch strips I have left here. Let's see what I've got here. Is that 1 inch? Let's see. One inch. I'm just going to say that they're 1 inch. I'm going to do 1-inch squares. So there's 1. Whoopsie doodles. And there's 1. Oh, nope, that's not 1. That's barely cut through. Let's try again. Hi, Callie. Please don't dig me in the fanny. Behave. All right. Do I need to trim these so they're exactly 1? They're close enough. I'm just doing 1-inch squares, and then we'll get a piece of black cardstock. I think I have some card bases right here. Let's do this. Let's cut this at 1 inch as well. Might get 2 cards out of here. And tomorrow I will add the quotes and clear coat the postcards. So they'll get mailed sometime next week to some random folks. Hi, Callie. I've closed the blinds, honey. It's bedtime. She's like, but I want to see out. I got to see out. Right there. Look out if you have to. Huh? What? She said, you touched me while you were doing the window. All right. So we're trying to think, what can we do in town that could be fun? We haven't walked at the river, at the main river park in a while. If we got up early and did that, that could be fun. And go walk by the pretty bridge, as we call it, the Gervais Street Bridge. That could be fun. If I can get him to get up early. All right, so I'm going to take the black marker, which I'm not sure what I did with it. I tossed it over here. Hi, Laura. All right, I'm just going to blacken the edge. I don't know if there is or not. If we're close to home, we'll just come home. But sometimes we find fun things to do that are just day trips. I'm still not too comfortable in staying in a hotel right yet, or even a bed and breakfast. Maybe next year I'll feel more like traveling and staying somewhere. By then we should have herd immunity, as they say. But that's not going to happen until more people get vaccinated. But just saying. I'm not too worried about these being kind of sticky as a card because they'll be inside an envelope. But the postcards I will clear coat. It's all right, Darla. It was a good idea. But we do have a really nice, in Columbia, just across the river, we do have a nice art museum. I don't know how crowded it is yet. And we have a zoo and a botanical gardens close by that we haven't been to since we moved back down here. So we might do those. We might go out to eat at Nick's House of Pizza, or we might just order it and go pick it up. We could do that and maybe have a picnic somewhere. We'll see. We'll come up with something. Scott and I always do. We always find something interesting to do. Neither one of us like a bunch of crowds anyway, so we always look for off the beaten path kind of things to do. So Scott was talking with the HR people, trying to find out if they were going to hire him direct in July. So if they don't come back with an offer, I think he's going to find something else. Because we really need benefits. guy was kind of talking about they were just going to renew his contract, and that's not what he wants. We will see. Something Nick's House of Pizza does, I'm sitting here and my mouth is watering just thinking about it, is they do these marinated beef tips over rice and Greek potatoes. Love Greek potatoes. I could probably sit and eat just a side of Greek potatoes and be happy as could be. All right, so let's do sticking to my finger. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might have enough for 3 cards. Hey, girl. Yep. I have glue and markers, all the stinky stuff. It's kind of looking like there's 2 here. There are. I was doing 2 of them at once. So this should only need 1. Sorry, got to get it closer to my nose so I can see that I'm getting it. 1, 2. 3. Sorry, guys. Concentrating. Brain power. 2, 3. Gonna have extras. 3. Whoops. I just wrote all over my finger. Oh well. All right, there's 9 in each pile, right? 9, 3, 6, 9. I got enough to have 10 on each card, plus a little 1 extra there. I'll just leave that off to the side. Do, 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 do. Got two little extra pieces that'll be perfect for adding on a cluster or something. So those will go in my this and that box. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to move these up here. 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces of black cardstock. Okay. So 4 and 4 by 5 1/4. 5 1/4. 5 1/4. 4. Okay. All right, I think I have card blanks right here. Maybe. Oh, that's watercolor paper. There's a blank. There's a blank. I try to have some pre-made blanks sitting here. I have some cards left from one of the hops too. I need to send those out. So I need to just cut one card here. Is that right? Nope. I'm going to need to cut them all because this is the wrong size. Because those were custom makes. So 2 sheets of white cardstock. 1 and 2. Come on. And then we're just going to cut these in half. Cut these 5 1/2. Cut them both at the same time. 5 1/2. All right. And 4 1/4. And if you fold them inside your scoreboard, your edges will match better. So there's that one. And 4 1/4. Fold it into a quarter. 2. And this one I'll fold and have it on the side for the next time we need a quick card base. All right. Put that over here with these other ones here. That goes in there. All right. Then I need these here. Put this down on there. I got my score tape in that I ordered the other day. It came within like 2 days of ordering, 2 or 3 days of ordering. Scrapbook Paul is on the ball. Oh, that's cool, Mina. Have fun. on there. We were talking the other day how much we miss the Traveler's Rest Goodwill up there. And of course, we could stay at the cottage. It's empty, so we could stay there. It's just weird being there now with it empty, with all our stuff gone and no kitties. And I think I'm out of practice. I'm getting tired. Go on. He's having a temper tantrum. Get out of my bag. Tippy, stop. You are the biggest brat. Go on. I'll put you out on the porch. You are cute. You're starting to become obnoxious and annoying. All the A words. No, don't bite me. Rotten. Something new he started where he'll dig me in the fanny or nibble on my thigh, or not my thigh, my calf, trying to get me to give him something that he's already got. All right, blank slate. Put the little things on here until you get them where you want them. Get out of my stuff, you little brat. Well, I know they all have very different personalities, Mina. I mean, each one of our 6 here are very different. That's for sure. And Tippy is very creative on how to become annoying. I've never had a cat have little temper tantrums as bad as this one, though. He'll come and he'll get into my stuff, or he'll find something to just flick. He wakes Scott up flicking paper. He'll find a piece of paper and just sit there and go. He's the worst. He's just awful. I'll need to get Bernie Dat in here soon so she can go to bed. It's almost her bedtime. She usually gets in her crate and passes out. I wish she'd just lay down somewhere and didn't have to be crated, but she's an older dog, and if I don't crate her, she paces all night long. And at least she's not out in the yard like she used to be all the time. She's kind of a spoiled wretch too now. All right, now I'm going to get my piece of countertop that Scott gave me. That is solid wood. While I work on this next one, I'll put that one on there, and it can be pushing that glue down. We're all going to be stalking our cats and watching their behavior now. When Howard's desperate for something, he cries like a baby too, don't you, buddy? He's like, I do not. He's been a little sore in the hip, but nothing compared to poor little Cole. Cole's just been laying there. He'll come around and be alert. I even got him to play for a little bit earlier, so I'm thinking it's just his shots are giving him a hard time. Poor little guy. Feel bad for him. My mother had a Siamese one time, and he had an attitude. His name was Simon Bar Sinister, and mom was a respiratory therapist, and back then she wore a white uniform, and Simon would pull her uniform out of the hamper and do his business on it, but only her uniforms. He disappeared one day on her. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. I actually found a picture of Mom holding Simon when I was looking for pictures of Dad when he was in the hospital. I ought to find it and make a copy and send it to her with her Mother's Day gift that I got her over there on the table. Oh, well. Let me see what Mina's saying. All right, move this over here. Oh, don't glue to it. Yes, he's been there before. Yes, I stayed with him. He had a bathroom accident. He's never done it. None of my cats have ever lost control he was covered in pee. I know that's probably TMI, but I've never had a cat do that on the way to the vet before. They howl and carry on, but I've never had one have his bladder let loose like that. Tippy, don't be ugly. Why are you being such a little brat? They think you're sweet. Got them fooled, don't you? You got them fooled? Huh? Now, don't pull my card apart. That's something you do when you're trying to get my attention. I'm almost done, honey. Behave. For just a little bit longer. Hi, Esther. Esther, I saw your artist trading cards. I'll send you a postcard for an artist trading card. Postcard for an artist trading card. If you would like. I think I still have your address here somewhere. I'll have to look for it. Or you can send it to me. Or is your address in Phibbsville on Facebook? Or Beth's group or one of the other groups? I like the idea of us all adding YouTube channel names to the addresses. It would make everything so much easier when we do giveaways and that kind of stuff. If we knew, you know, put a name with the address, put a, a YouTube name with the address. When I get this glued down, I'll put it under here for and look at the chat. So he says, I'm being good. I'm not being obnoxious. Mom's lying. So I have 3 cards and 4 postcards that I can mail out. You almost fell off the table being silly. And if you were one to sew, you could have sewed these squares to the black paper instead of gluing them, but I glued them. There's 1, 2. Put the block on there to hold them down flat. Oh, the jeepers. Artful Esther. Okay, I'm going to write Artful Esther on here, and I'll have to go looking. Yeah, the inchies are part of what we did tonight. We made, we did a dirty dozen, which is 12 prompts, and then we cut out 4 postcards, and we die cutted some things to add silhouettes to it. And these I'm gonna look up some quotes that fit them, and then I'm gonna clear coat them so that they'll go through the mail without getting stuck. Okay. I should be able to find you then. And when after I cut the postcards out, I had some strips left that I cut into 1-inch squares and then made those cards. So I've got 3 cards and 4 postcards. See, I can take, if I wanted to, on some of these, I could put maybe a butterfly on top of that one. Maybe the kitty cats on here. I don't know. Just ideas. They almost line up with the rows of things on there. The kitty cats. I think I'm just going to leave them plain. I got you, Esther. Are you a good boy? You got crud in your face. They're kind of upset with me. I put Revolution on them today. Is that why you're hungry? Why are you so hungry? The fleas are all dying, aren't they? He's so rotten. He's so rotten. He's my baby boy. Oh, it's your baby boy. Oh, there you go. Rotten. You showing them how rotten you are? Is this all you wanted? We had fun making them. You'll have to, I've got the prompts. I'm going to put them in the description box for anybody that missed it. So I've been on for almost 3 hours and I'm getting sleepy. So I'm going to let you guys go. Tomorrow morning after Mary at 10 o'clock Eastern, I am going to open the Fibsville room. If I don't get it open, Violet will beat me to it and she'll get it open. Feel free to come in and stay just a few minutes, stay the whole time, whatever. We usually get in there and we're yakking sometimes from 10 to 2:30. So, and you do not have to stay the whole time. If you're not comfortable being on camera where we can see your lovely faces, you can leave your camera turned off and just use your mic. I guess so, Mina. I'm no good after Eastern Central. After that, I miss it. So yeah. And we will be leading. Violet and I are going to try to get Anne to learn to use her newly purchased crochet hooks. So bring some 4-ply yarn if you want to, and a size, what did we say, I or J or I. And we'll start with single crochet and then do probably double crochet and that kind of stuff. And then we're going to do little swatches. And I figure if we do little swatches, then you can like look back at them. So thank you guys so much for popping in and playing along and hanging with me. I'm trying to get back to watching more lives, but it's so hard when our schedule's so weird and I get tired and all I want to do is vegetate. So thanks, guys. See some of you in the morning. Good night. Yeah, G or H will be fine.